Hey everybody, I decided to do a real quick video here. I got some new tires. Heard me bitching about that the other day. And I was talking to one of my subscribers, LILLOO31 I believe. I don't know how to pronounce that, so that's why I spelled it. About the tires I was going to get. And what I got was dual compound tires, and he had never heard of those before, so I thought, hey, that's a pretty good idea to do a video then in case somebody else hasn't heard of them. What a dual compound tire is the outside is softer I should say, rubber, and the other, obviously both outsides are softer rubber, and the middle is a harder rubber. And the reason you get a tire like this is because you get more mileage that way, because the center is more for highway use, which I do tend to take a lot of trips on the bike, and that's kind of one of the reasons I got the F4i, because it's a little bit more comfortable for a crotch rocket. In fact, quite a bit more comfortable than most crotch rockets are. Blah 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 blah. I can't talk. Anyway, obviously you do sacrifice a little bit of handling, but for the most part this is the best of both worlds. And by a little bit of handling loss is what the only way you're going to really notice the difference between this tire and a regular sport bike tire that's soft rubber all the way, you know, a single compound, is if you're really going to the track and laying your knee down like on the ground, okay? That's the only time you're really going to notice a difference. If you're really pushing the bike in the corners, you know, I mean really on the track, you know, street tire or street riding, you're just never going to see the difference. You're just not. It's just not going to happen. I know everybody's like, oh, you know, I push it pretty hard. Yeah, well, really unlikely on the street that you're scraping your knee, you know, like they do on the track. So these are a great tire for a street bike, especially if you actually want to go somewhere, because your regular compound tire, like normally on a CBR you'll see Dunlop qualifiers. Those will burn down really quick, especially in very hot weather. I had one of the parts guys talking about how he had some qualifiers on his bike, and he went to South Dakota, which is 3.5 hours from here, and it was 90 plus degrees out, and it just burned the crap out of his tires. He lost thousands of miles on that thing, and that's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but they definitely burn down a lot quicker. So these are really nice to have that center section that's a harder rubber, and you can actually feel and I'm sure the camera's not going to pick it up, but you can actually almost see, and they're dirty now so it's harder to see, but you can almost see the difference in the two treads. And in case you're wondering, these are called Dunlop Street Smarts, and Street Smart because obviously they're a good tire for the street. And the thing about sport bikes is that a lot of us don't want to admit or don't realize is it's very few and far between that you're really going to see the full potential of your bike, because you just don't do it on the street, you know. Track days, that's a totally different thing, you know. When you're on the track, or if you're going to go to the track, you know, every weekend or every other weekend, then you probably don't want this tire. But if you're just riding your bike on the street, even if you're going around some hard corners, this corner's great. To get these, it takes about an hour from here and about an hour back, so I got a good sense of what they're like on the bike. The bike's far more stable than it was, both in cornering and even straight line. My old tires were actually a lot worse than I thought. Before I was leaving, I noticed a patch on the back where the cords were actually showing in the middle, and I was like, holy crap, I didn't know they were that bad. But anyway, it's a real short, quick video. They feel great. Definitely one of the things I needed to do before my trip, and definitely inspiring confidence in the bike now, making it much easier to ride. 110% difference. So if you're looking for tires, I would definitely give these a thumbs up. They were 36% off too, so I'm not bleeding from the butt nearly as bad as I thought I'd be. Still ridiculous, but anyway. Hopefully that'll help. Any questions, comments, lewd sayings, flipping me off, whatever you want to do, leave that as a comment. And always appreciate comments and viewers and all that good stuff. So, as you can tell, the weather is crappy again for the second day in a row. Temperatures, I think it's 50. We just can't get out of this garbage. I don't know. You know what it is, though? It's my friend who built his Blazer. You know, he keeps wanting to drive it because it has no top, and he's making the weather bad. It's his fault. That's what I'm going to go with. So, anyway, okay, thanks for watching. Bye.